Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, the Honorable Lecturer Mr. Dr. Andriana Gofar, SPD and MPD, and all of my beloved friends. First of all, let us thank to Almighty Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala because of His blessing we are able to come here to join this presentation today. The presentation today about is interactional communication. Now I will read one by one our agenda today. There that are the first session is opening, the second session is introduction, and the third session is presentation, and the last is closing. Well, let's open our meeting by saying basmalah together. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Before we begin, I would like to introduce the presenter, our presenter for today from group 12. Next slide. Here, Nabila, me, as a moderator, and the next speaker, Nasija Nurdiani Sapitri. Halo Nasija.
Halo.
The next speaker, Nuraini Stipa Rahayu. Halo Nuraini.
Halo.
The next speaker, Nur Sophia. Halo Nur Sophia.
Halo.
And the last, Rina Puspita Sari. Halo Rina.
Halo.
Okay. The next slide. Okay, the next table of content. In here, the first expressive instrumental communication, and the number 2 expression in address form, number 3 direct and indirect communication, and 4 cooperative, maxim, and miscommunication. The next slide. 5 the action orientation, 6 conversational feature, 7 nonverbal language, and the last the role of the mediator, translator, or interpreter. Next slide. Okay, the first material will be explained by me. Expressive instrumental communication. Expressive instrumental communication refers to a communication style that combines both expressive element which convey emotion and personal feeling, and instrumental element which focus on convey information and achieving scientific goals. This dual approach allows individuals to effectively express themselves emotionally while also exhibiting practical objective in their communication interaction. Okay, next slide. The transactional and interactional phase of communication are the communicative equivalent of how technical and informal out of awareness level of culture, which according to some, e.g. MC Kroski et al. 2006, Richmond et al. 2008, may will be even more determining. The first orientation, expressive, emotional, language, affective, connotative, and possible cultural variety, feeling how sometimes is said, subjectivity in immediate expression of personal feeling, appreciating of emotional body language important white pose and intonation range and then intermental neutral denotative pack what is said objective precision control of feeling body language and voice. Okay, next slide. Okay, the next material will be explained by Nasija. So Nasija, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for the moderator. I would like to explain our second topic here, expressions in address form. Addressing someone is highly interactional and signal levels of affectivity that may be more or less appropriate across culture. And American propensity to use diminutives is due to the shifting nature of relationship and to re-socialize several times in a lifetime. That means that address form will be based on the immediate contact and can change markedly as the contact is perceived to change. And in our topic, the verbalizations of optimists and pessimists there because as cultural traits is linked to a culture's orientations toward individualism and equality. So, for example, like in the Russian translator, reduce negative thing terms and increase positive thing feeling terms. And maybe enough from me. I would like to return to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Nasija. Explain, and the next material will be explained by Sophie. The turn, Sophia, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to the moderator. The next material, direct and indirect communication. Next, the concept of the direct and indirect are unclear and not easily distinguished. The literature generally suggests that number one, indirect expression can be used to express traditional form of alliances. Number two is a type of secret communication and implements talk ambitious statement. Number three, the degree of direct or indirectness depends on the literal meaning, that it is dependent on difference in the intended meaning and the range of conclusion to be made by the recipient. Maybe enough for me. I return to moderator.
Okay, thank you to Sophia. The next material will be explained by Nuraini Sipa. Nuraini Sipa, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to the moderator. Next, I will explain about cooperative maxim and miscommunication. Cooperative maxim proposed by philosopher H.P. Grace are guidelines for effective communication. They include the maxim of quantity, quality, relevance of manner. Miscommunication often occur when these maxims are violated. Miscommunication is clear and concise, along with adhering to this maxim. Help reduce miscommunication. Next slide. Here are several parts of the cooperative maxim. The first is irony. Irony, a type of majas that a form of satire by hiding a true fact and saying the opposite of that fact of expressing a subtle satire. For example, it's raining a lot. Someone might say to their neighbor, "It's a beautiful day, isn't it?" to which they usually reply, "Yes, it really is." But speaker would be playing with the verb and each would appreciate the other confident in arriving and at implicator like this. "I'm kidding. It's a sad day, but let's at least take the matter lightly while we can." Okay, the second is the counter-argument. A counter-argument is a point of view or argument that opposes the main argument. The counter-argument presents an alternative point of view to oppose the main idea. For example, if someone argues for stricter gun control laws, a counter-argument could be that responsible gun ownership is a human right and should not be restricted. The last is interactional complicators. Interactional complicators refer to situation or aspect of human interaction with a certain level or complexity, including elements such as social dynamic, communication norm, cultural difference, or even emotional factor that affect the relationship between individuals. Situation involving interactional complexities may require time, a deep understanding of context, and the ability to navigate these aspects to make the interaction go smoothly. Okay, I think enough from me. I will return to the moderator. Thank you.
Okay, thank you to Nuraini Sipa for explain. And the next material will be explained by Nur Sophia. To Nur Sophia, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to moderator. I will explanation the action orientation. Next slide. The orientation is comprehensive. Some culture emphasizes behavior and prefer to separate text from relationship, particular cultures, while other cultures saw the upside tendency, device culture. And the table, the following box identifies the most important culture properties that differentiate these two orientation, action orientation, proprietary action, doing, or state being. They are culturally bound and each is closely or loosely related to each other. The doing orientation clearly distinguishes between the behavior level and the individual level. You are and you are you. Okay, I will enough for me. Thanks to moderator.
Okay, thank you to Nur Sophia. The explanation and the next material will be explained by Nuraini Sipa. Nuraini Sipa, time is yours.
Okay, thank you to the moderator. Next, I will explain about conversational features. There are 4 parts of conversational features. The first is involvement, another orientation that is closely related to expressive or instrumental communication, and directness or the indirectness is the pattern of high involvement, of high attention conversation. People in high involvement culture usually talk more, interrupt or overlap more, and sometimes speak louder and faster. By using the term judgment and independent in the same way as manifested of different system or types or politeness. On the other hand, in human interaction, we have a need to engage with other participants and show them our involvement. And we need to maintain a certain independence from other participants and show them that we respect their independence. The second is turn taking. Turn taking is closely related to the attention and judgment dimension. Speaker send verbal and non-verbal sign to indicate to their interlocutors that their turn on intention has been completed. The third is silence. Silence can refer to the use of pause or quiet time in a conversational interface to create a more natural experience. It can be used to give the user time to process information or to improve the flow of the conversation. The last is poise. Poise refers to the ability to interact with a system or application using sound which include speech recognition and speech synthesis technologies that allow users to communicate with a device or platform through voice conversation. Okay, I think enough from me. I will return by moderator.
Okay, thank you to Nuraini Sipa for explanation. And the next material will be explained by Nasija. To Nasija, time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, moderator. Here I would like to explain the topic about nonverbal language. As you can see on the screen, that nonverbal communication is crucial in interactional message, but its meaning varies across cultures. Cultural norms guide nonverbal signs, and interpreters must adapt them to change communication channel. This is like a reference such as books and guides can provide detailed information on cultural differences and interpreting actually. And then audio description, a method accounting for nonverbal sign, addresses the issue of interpreting visible emotions. So yeah, maybe enough from me. I would like to return to the moderator.
Okay, thank you to Nasija for explanation. And the next material will be explained by Rina. Rina, time is yours.
Okay, thanks to moderator. I will explain about the role of the mediator, translator, or interpreter. Next slide. Interpreters face challenges in interactional communication, especially in business or community settings. They must coordinate interaction, suggest strategies, explain cultural differences, and engage in a small talk. So, interpreter face challenges in interactional communication, particularly in business or community setting, coordinating interaction, suggesting strategies, explaining cultural differences, and engaging in small talk. The role depends on type, setting, and silent expectation, including intercultural competence. And they may not possess sufficient intercultural competence or knowledge about their client communities. Maybe enough from me. I will back to moderator.
Okay, Rina. Thank you to Rina for explanation. And finally, we are come to the last agenda. We want to say thank you again for the presenter and all the audience. This conclusion of presentation today is the chapter. The chapter examines number of communication-related topics such as the function of nonverbal cues, Grace maxim, governing conversation, expansive and instrumental orientation, direct and indirect communication, action orientation, and conversational feature. It also explore the difficult interpreter encounter in managing these intricacies during language interpretation, phenomenon now as the interpreter dilemma. Okay, maybe this enough in the group. Thank you for watching. Hopefully the presentation will give benefit for us. Thank you for your attention. See you later.